Good afternoon. One time I was shopping in my small town Walmart, pushing my cart along in sweatpants, a t-shirt, and yesterday's not so cute hairdo, looking around at all the glorious things I really don't need. And there he was, a good-looking young man in dress pants and a polo. I quickly averted my eyes, hoping he didn't notice me. Avoid eye contact, avoid eye contact. It didn't work. He stops me, and with his charming grin, he asks me, "Ma'am, can I ask you which TV provider you're using?" Here we go again. "Sir, I don't pay for TV. I use antenna." Inevitably, I am met with a, "What? Really? How many channels do you even get?" I get it. Having a flip phone is comical. A car with a CD player or cassette player instead of a Bluetooth is just old school, but not in a cool Fresh Prince of Bel-Air way. And having an antenna TV is weird. But the fact is, I'm cheap, but more importantly, I'm reluctant to change. Maybe holding on to cassette tapes or CDs, hoping that they will make a comeback like vinyls have, using a flip phone, praying that it doesn't break, and having an antenna TV that doesn't quite work on that well when it's cloudy isn't really that big of a deal. But what about in your classroom? Think back to when you were in school. School 60 plus years ago might not look that much different from what most of us in this room experienced and what a lot of schools still look like today. A lot of what school looked like is what we could compare to the antenna age of education. We read from textbooks. The teacher does most of the talking as the sage on the stage, and the assessments show knowledge of only the content. Discipline and uniformity was the name of the game. It can be the industrialized assembly line of learning. The learning factory, we could call it. The factory that prepares them for the job market. Everyone goes in unique, and they all come out the same, uniform. Except that isn't what really happens. Students go into school unique and they come out unique. They leave school seeking employment with skills that aren't as relevant for today's jobs. But we don't live in the antenna age of education. We are in the digital age of education. We could have global communication. We could have virtual partnerships. We could have students leaving us ready to change the world, not just our own communities. Sure, understandably, there is some reluctance for change because there are a lot of barriers to include technology in every classroom. The cost, resistance to adopting new technologies because of the lack of training, too much red tape at the district level or with the school board or in the community, and there might be insufficient infrastructure in the buildings themselves to actually support the technology. And the cost. Did I mention that already? Your feelings and concerns are valid, but there is a need, not just a want, but a need to bridge the digital divide. Thinking of what could happen if we invest in technology with our time, energy, and effort, and yes, money. And investing is hard sometimes because though it is tough now, the payout will be greater later. The needs of the 21st century students are so different from what they used to be. Schools across the nation are realizing that there are necessary skills now that students of the past would not have even known to desire. Creativity, collaboration, innovation, flexibility, the ability to inspire and design. We are talking about customization for the learner, not the teacher, being in control of the learning, making learning an experience, having authentic problems that could solve real-world issues. Through embracing technology in your classroom, we aren't just talking about the job skills of the future. We are talking about the here and now. So when I think back on the encounter with that guy at Walmart, and my excuse for not having satellite TV is that I'm reluctant to change. Maybe it is okay to have reluctance to change with technology at home. TV with antenna, using our flip phone, and listening to music off CDs and cassettes. But in education, with our children, reluctance to change comes at a cost to our future. This isn't just about embracing 21st century skills, it's about embracing the 21st century learner, our future. Thank you.